All right, what is going on, everybody? Hello, hello. I did not expect that to go the full 2 hours. I thought Matt was going to be much more of a 1 hour town hall, town square type of guy, but he stayed on to answer quite a few questions. So let me go ahead and just get everything kind of set up here. I apologize. I know I have Darkest Night in the title, but I believe he's probably gone for, or at least gone to bed for the night, just because it is super late for him on the East Coast. And so I'll spend a little time here just to chat because it is exciting times. I'm so glad that the post is finally out. Everybody gets to see what I've been hyped about for at least a couple of days. I don't think there were too many changes from the final version versus the draft that I got to see. But overall, big shout out to the team. I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be good. I think the town hall was, in terms of land, we still didn't get much, but it seems like they're trying to thread this needle between the launch of the pre-sale and the launch of the actual set. So that is exciting. Also, big shout out to Walking Keys and Gank. They at least I heard. Sorry, I don't know why I said I heard. I literally talked to Keys. They're not going live tonight. So anybody who is looking forward to that, I figured I'd hop in. Well, originally it was supposed to be Darkest Night and myself hopping in to handle the hype overload from here. But I believe Stever and BB Omega should still be going live. And I assume that their usual time is in about an hour from now. A little bit over an hour. So I probably won't be on that long, and we can maybe, if I decide to stay on that long, we can kind of lead in to them and give a nice little handoff over there. So I just want to know, how are you guys feeling? What did you guys think? You saw the post. I posted a short it wasn't that short, it was like 20 minutes, but I posted a video beforehand just kind of covering a lot of the details of the post, the things that excited me the most. We can obviously dig into it a little bit more here, but all things aside, right? And I want to be very clear about this because I'll share this with you guys just as a sobering reminder. I do want to get Darkest Night's thoughts on this. I just haven't heard back from him, and he might have gone to bed because we just decided to call it for tonight. But he did say that I could share the fact that he sold like 70,000 SPS today, and I don't think he was very impressed by the Rebellion post. So that's been a sobering fact for me, because I do wonder if I get caught up in the hype cycle too much, right? And one of the things that came up in our conversation earlier was the fact that, well, here we go, another pre-sale, and there's still no sign of land, right? So again, just putting that out there to recognize that the Salt Lords, or people who are upset, I don't even want to call them Salt Lords, but people who just feel like they've been burned. I understand where you're coming from. I hear you. This is not meant to be like a let's forget everything, all past sins are forgiven type of, hype stream. But at the end of the day, I think the game moving forward in this fashion is going to be something that is going to be healthy for the entire community, for the game economy. And while I do want land, I mean, Matt said that land should be out by the end of the year. And if it is not, it is a fail. So kind of going back to Darkest Night, he said land 2024. So he's not far off at this point, if we are already at the point of like, hopefully we get it out this year, right? But that's all I got. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and say hello to folks. All right. Where are we at? Let me start from when I actually went live. Tales from the Crypt Mancer. Let's go. Should be a busy YouTube stream night. Well, I don't think Walking Keys and Gank are going live, unless Gank is going live by himself. But otherwise, it's just me and then Steve and BB Omega. Gregory Levenfield, what's going on? Rebellion Town Hall After Party, let's go. What's up, People's Guild? Love the interview with Nate. I don't know why it took me so long, even though I was listening it on to 1.25 speed. But you guys really dug into some great stuff with him there. The Chuny Rebellion is here. Let's freaking go. Leandro, what's up? Birds, Bees, and Trees. We are the Rift Watchers. Virus, I'm pumped. Just wish I could get more. So there was a really good post, and I'll do a video on it on some post, but somebody put together like I guess it was like a vote or a poll where you could go in and say like roughly how much you were going to get. I went and voted when there were about a little bit over 100 votes in there, and I was not surprised to see that we had at least like 40 to 50,000 packs kind of committed to at the bare minimum. I think I didn't go back into the post again recently, but it looked like some of the analysis from or sentiment from some folks is that it's at least 100,000 packs. So that's 20% of Rebellion, which will be purchased right off the bat. People have already made this kind of commitment, and that's only people who have answered the post, right? So, and that's and for me, when I was looking at it, that's a very like low estimate, right? Somebody says I'm buying 10,000 plus, I'm assuming it's 10,000. For the range of 5,000 to 10,000, I'm assuming it's 5,000, right? So it could be higher than that. Again, I made that video a couple days ago about like how much could like 200,000 do, right? Like if we get 200,000 sold in the pre-sale, I don't want to get overhyped here because I think the community is still tapped out, and I don't think that, you know, hype and FOMO is anywhere near where it was when like something like Chaos Legion happened. But for the most part, I can see 100,000, maybe even 200,000 packs happening relatively easily. It's interesting that people on the town hall were like, "Hey, what happens at the town hall if it sells out right away? What's going to happen?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Here now, this reminds me of 2021. Now this reminds me of Gank saying day one sellout. Now the hype and FOMO has reached a little too high for me. So my target is still like 200,000 because I think that can move DEC significantly. I will say this, and sorry, give me a second here, guys. The dashboard is telling me I'm having issues. Oh no, it says excellent connection now. What's the deal with that? Okay, well, sorry if there was any weirdness in the stream, but where was I at? Oh, so 200,000 is kind of where I'm thinking. If we do sell out full 500,000, that is 2 billion DEC. And if you look at where DEC is at currently, you know, we only have we have less than 4.6 billion in circulation. And then about another 200 million plus. So 4.4 billion. So if we sell out the entire thing, that's 2 billion DEC. And I don't know that we have, I mean, we do have 2 billion DEC probably circulating somewhere, including LPs and all that. But it does make for an interesting kind of, I don't know. Now we have numbers that we can work with. I haven't had a chance to really dive into them, but let's go ahead and catch up on the rest of the chat here. Virus, how much are you planning to get? Or actually, I think I know already, but how much more would you want to get? Oh my, their show will be legendary. So much to unpack. Indeed. We are definitely buying some Rebellion. What's going on, Onk12? Thank you very much for that. Yeah, guys, if you're not doing anything with your fingers, feel free to like hit the like button. Guess who got 10,000 vouchers at 0.023 a piece? Very nice. Well, you're up like, what is it? You're up over 20% at this point. That feels pretty good. But what is the liquidity like for that? If you were to sell all of that right now and take a profit, I'm actually very curious to see how much you could move the market. I mean, that's something that we could actually test right now. Hold up. Wait. Let's do swap. You said you got 10,000 vouchers. I don't even know how much that is. 10,000 times 0.029, right? So it's about $300. I think you said 0.0299. So if we were to sell it for Hive, and you were to sell 10,000 vouchers today, oh, nice. That is not as high of a price impact as I thought. All right, you could walk away clean with that. That's a nice. Let's see, 2.99, or was it 299 over 230? Yeah, that's a 30% gain right there. Well played. Well played indeed. All right. Chuni says Rebellion seems to be designed to keep asset prices level. Yabo is clear. He wants owners of cards, not investors in cards. Yes. So this is what I was trying to get at, and why I was so excited for the way that he had designed the pre-sale. Now that you guys have seen it, I'm curious to know how you are viewing it. If you agree with me, disagree with me. I thought that Matt really shored up a lot of the areas in which we saw Chaos Legion value just absolutely tank. First, he made a commitment, which again, you know, commitments can be broken, but we're going to take Matt at his word that there wouldn't be any crazy pre-sales, or sorry, not pre-sales, but bulk sales for Rebellion. Two, he reduced the incentives and the bulk incentives, right? So instead of it being 10, 15, and 20%, it dropped down to 5, 10, and 15%. And then the airdrop conflict system, which I think was designed by Nate and the creative team, I thought was relatively brilliant, right? Because now here's the risk, right? It's just like, oh wait, people are going to buy a ton of Rebellion, and then once Rebellion is out of print, it's the market value is just going to tank. And it's like, okay, well, by that time, are people really going to care? It seems so far off. At the same time, if everybody thinks something is going to happen, maybe they de-risk a little bit, right? We didn't say that necessarily with DEC. There are a lot of bag holders with DEC, which is sad because I felt like I was shouting it from the mountaintops back in 2022. But I wonder if there's going to be a lot of people who buy packs, hold them, and think about this in the future and say, hey, you know what? Instead of me buying like 10,000 packs, let me just buy less, right? Let me just buy what I need. But I'm curious to know what you guys think of the whole airdrop conflict thing. Gank is the only one in a gold tournament. Oh, yikes. Really? Wait, hold on. But there's no real tournaments right now, are there? Do they add new tournaments? No. Wait, there's a wealthy gambit? Who the hell put this on? Oh. Okay, this seems shady as hell to me. Why is there all tournaments were turned off by SPS tournaments? Oh, I guess there's Silver Shield beginning. Okay, that's fine. Oh no, there's a bunch of others. All right. Let me take my tinfoil hat off. Also, Gank is the only one in there. It looks like there's 2 people in there now. And what's the date today? Today's the 9th. Dude, this is like 5 days away. All right. I think we're fine. I'm sure like 4 other people will join. The usual like 6 people that play in that tournament. All right. New Age says, I'm split on it. Too short of a runway to prepare. So I bought a bunch of DEC for now as I think it will help peg, but disappointed that it is here before land. 100%. I still think that it is not great that it is coming in before land. Oh, geez. Sorry. Hold on. Who is messaging me? What is this about? Let's hope I don't have to go off sooner rather than later. No, I don't. Okay, perfect. So here's the thing, and I know this is just, it sounds like copium, and it probably is. I'm okay with Rebellion coming out before land as long as they can get land out in November. And it sounds like that is the game plan right now. It's just, I'll be honest, every time I go into the land expansion channel, everybody's just complaining about bugs on the map server, right? So I'm like, oh, how far are we? So I shouldn't say that they're complaining. They're just reporting bugs. So it's like, how far are we from this? Because, Farpatry comes out and he's just like, hey, Death Star, we're going to build, there's a new land build out, go check it out. And then like within a couple of minutes, people are like, yeah, this doesn't work, and this doesn't work, and this doesn't work. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay, well, that sounds like another build. We got to wait for another build. All right, Icy Flow, what's going on? Greetings, Liberty Guy. New Age says, surprise, Matt thinks only 1.5 to 2 million will sell in short order. I think the pre-sale will sell out. Well, he's saying that he's targeting 1.5 to 2 million, which is actually a lower amount than what than his previous expectations. I think at the town hall 2 weeks ago, or the town square, he said, he thinks that we can sell 2 to 3 million packs. So the 1.5 really brings it down quite a bit. And if I can just run some numbers, don't worry, I've been waiting to like jump in on this and start, playing around or messing around with some numbers, but 1.5 million packs, of which the team gets, but here's the beautiful part, right? 1.5 million packs. The team gets $2 per pack, right? Times 2, that's $3 million. Check this out. $3 million. We know that their runway is roughly $250,000 a month. So $3 million gets them through 2024, right? Or at least most of 2024. That's 12 months worth of runway, not counting any other type of sale, promo card, mini set deal that they might do in the future. So I would say that's the target. That's the target. If you want to like help Splinterlands survive and have enough runway, We need to see if we're going to get to 1.5 million. Also, people have been reaching out to me about this, so I'll just address it here since you guys have the full picture now. I wasn't planning on doing a bulk sale. I think I just got like a message or a ping from Josie. She's doing a bulk sale. I will host one if people want to. I don't know how many packs I'm going to get. It's not going to be much, but if people want to do one, let me know. What I think is great about this is the fact that now all the airdrops won't be going to one specific account. It's like, hey, here's, if you get the minimum of 10 cards or 10 packs, then you get a rare card. If you get 100 packs, you get the other card. There's the potential of there being a title involved, but everything besides that is like, all right, here's your packs, here's your promo cards. You can then go and stake your whatever you'd like for your conflicts, right? For the airdrop conflicts. But yeah, I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you guys really want to, I'm happy to do it. But it sounds like there's at least one other popping up. All right. New Age says, surprise Matt thinks, we got that already. So Chuni says, was hoping Yaba would have answered the estimate of the player number. He dodged that one, didn't he? He's just like, that was oh man. That was, when I heard that, I was just like, oh, that's such an Aggie move. But Matt can't say, you know what? I'm going to punt that for Matt. I mean, look, I love Matt, but when I heard him say that, I was just like, bro, you know what you saw like in the most recent thing, but you're not going to share it. And that's fine. I mean, we all know. I was just curious to hear what he would have said. That was a nice sidestep there. I'll give him that. Not a number a CEO can really forget. Tails is on that too. All right, so Charles says, I only have 350,000 SPS. Fine. I'll buy some more. See, why are you buying SPS though? SPS is not guaranteed to go up. Only DEC is at this point. Did I miss Yaba Nate mention a date for post covering full set details? There is a post already out there, People's Guild. It was posted like 2 hours beforehand. In fact, that's what I was looking at the beginning of this. And I'm sorry, I don't like Peak D. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Jarvie, you're awesome, dude. I don't know why. I just like I don't like it popping up. But you know what? Shout out to Peak D, because for some reason the pictures work there and they don't work here. So you know what? We do love Peak D here on this channel. But if you guys understand what I'm saying, it's just like weird that it like pops up. Oh, now it's not popped up. Now I'm on the actual post. All right, so there you go. So this is the post that was put up a couple hours ago. Icy Flows says, I'm thinking 2 to 3 million total will sell, but that might be too much. Many of the team members have been fired that have been team members were large holders. True. Crypto, gold, silver, bullish next 6 months. Charles, I think there's actually quite a bit of turmoil in that could happen over the next 6 months. I'm bullish post halving, but I wouldn't be surprised if the next 6 months are a bit choppy. Thank you, Birds, Peas, and Trees. Virus is in for 500 now, would like to double that. $2,000, pump the price 37.7% today. Oh, that must have been for vouchers. Seems like forward progress being made with these adjustments for Rebellion. Ooh, okay, here's what I really, really like. Let's assume we sell, and this, because you're gonna need it for the bonus packs too. 1.5 million packs. Sorry, I got my calculator up here on my phone. 1.5 million packs times 5. That clears up 7.5 million DEC. And in fact, for every 1 million packs sold, that is roughly 500,000 vouchers, right? Yes. So no, 5 million vouchers. Oh, hold on, my math is being, guys, it's late. Hold on. 1.5 million times 5 vouchers. Yes, okay, 7.5 million vouchers. So basically, if we sold 1.5 million, that would clear out 7.5 million vouchers. It sounds like a lot, but keep in mind, we print over 14 million per year. So that's only half a year's worth of vouchers. We really need to sell 3 million packs using 5 vouchers a pop If we can hit 3 million packs, that's 15 million vouchers. That just barely gets us over the threshold for how many we print on a yearly basis. I mean, obviously, I would love to see vouchers get used in some other way. But I'll be honest with you, like, I'm still selling my vouchers. I'm just waiting for them to pump a little bit. So maybe I should sell them some today. Let's see. What else? In terms of vouchers, what I don't like about Matt's approach with vouchers now is that they're never going to get stupidly high in value again, right? I understand where he's coming from. It's actually easier for him to do this rather than changing the emission schedule. I guess for someone like me that does get vouchers, would I want to see like a $1 to $5 voucher again at some point? Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome. And I wouldn't mind if we reduced, 40,000 down to 2,000 in terms of emissions in order to get that. But I think what's interesting here is for the entire run of Rebellion, which could go for an entire year, you're essentially pegging vouchers at 20 cents again. Yeah, it has some utility if you were to buy, well, if Soul Key packs ever come back on the market, that's $3. If you were to buy a node license, I think it's $5 right now. But for the most part, the actual value that it has is, or the most consistent value that it has will be 20 cents. Which is, almost a 10x from where it was at least a 7 or 8x. All right, so much info to take in, but I'm overall happy with all the news. Nice. I care about my CL values today. Oh man, I was getting into it with someone in the comments because they were saying, I think it was Christopher. So I think Christopher, if you listen to this, I guess in a previous video, I said I don't care about all of your Chaos Legion values. I mean, I didn't mean it like that if I said it, so I guess I apologize. It's not like I want you guys to suffer. But I think I've been relatively consistent in saying that I literally don't care about my card values. And I don't think card values for Chaos Legion are ever going to really recover, right? We're kind of turning the page here with Rebellion, fixing all these things. So Chaos Legion becomes the land set. So what the team needs to do in order to save Chaos Legion, in my opinion, they need to get land 2.0, 2.5, 3.0. All of that needs to come out before the next major set launch, because you need to drive all this value towards land so that people are just like, I need to get cards somewhere, and I'm not going to buy new Rebellion packs because that's a 0.5 multiplier. We got that confirmation today again. So let me just go buy up, Chaos cards. So if they cannot get the full vision of land out, which right now in the white paper, that's what they have, right? Items and spells being usable by January or Q1 of 2025. My guess is that we don't see another major or core set until mid to late 2025. So they got to deliver on this land vision, because if they don't, that really is the only thing that's going to save Chaos Legion at this point in time, unless we get saved by dumb money with a bull run. So People's Guild, if you're comfortable with sharing it, where was Darkest Nights beef with Rebellion details aside from overtaking 1.5? I really want him to come on. Let me just say this. He's been very dissatisfied with how, I guess, the project has been managed. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I'm hyped. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the way that he's viewing certain things that have happened, but I understand it. And actually, it becomes a very sobering thing for me, because I'm just like, oh shoot, you're right. This is a red flag, or this is a red flag. This other thing's a red flag. So I appreciate his take on it. Sometimes I feel like he might be a little too bearish, because I knew tonight, right? Like we were texting each other during the town hall, and he's just like, yeah, blah, blah. He didn't actually say that, but it was just like, oh, nothing major here to see. And I was like, oh man, all right, well, I don't know how this stream is gonna go, because he sounds like he's still pretty down on it. And he was so excited earlier today when he's just like, dude, I sold 70,000 SPS, I traded it for Bitcoin, and I'm gonna sleep well tonight. That's what he said. And I was like, I don't blame you, man. 70,000 SPS, that got you, I think, close to a grand worth of USD worth of Bitcoin. You do you, right? And oddly enough, well, I won't get into that. Let me have him come on. He did say though, just so people understand, he did say he's like, whatever we talk about, feel free to share it on the feel free to share it whenever you stream. So I'm sharing it with you guys, but I would really like him here to provide a little bit more context. But you know, I think he's just been burned too much. And at this point, it's like, if you look at things objectively, guys, and I know I'm sitting here and I'm hyped with you guys about Rebellion, but if you look at it objectively, in terms of what has been delivered in 2023, it's been very disappointing. And the fact is, we're all here super excited about spending more money when the main thing that we have been told about and promised in 2023 has not been delivered, right? And there's still no sign of it. In fact, the timeline given today on the town hall was, if it doesn't come out by the end of the year, it's a fail, but we still can't commit to a time. So I'm just saying that because I'm trying to understand and be empathetic to where he's coming from, right? He bought all this DEC for land back in May, and it's just like been one thing after another for him to spend money on, right? You had the Great Burning, then like building it up again, and now here's Rebellion and all this. So I understand where he's coming from, right? And you guys know Darkest Night enough where I don't want to say that money's not an issue for him. Like, he spends where he feels like there's value, even not financial value, entertainment value, right? So I find it as a big red flag if a game can lose someone like Darkest Night. That concerns me. But that's where things are at. My hope is that when 1.5 gets launched, that'll change his calibration with the game. But I'm not him. He's having a ton of fun playing Parallel right now. And again, it's not about the money. He's having fun playing Parallel the same way in 2020 he was having fun playing Splinterlands, and he wasn't thinking about how rich he could get off of it. So this is why I try to share the kind of like cautious optimism that I have with everybody here. It's because we live in way too much of an echo chamber when it comes to Splinterlands. I'm just trying to share where he's coming from. Okay, so that's where it's at. I'd like for him to speak, his piece for the rest of it. We can get back to being super hyped about Rebellion, because I personally am still super hyped about Rebellion. All right, so check out the new shiny object. Don't fall for the okie dokie. Yep, pretty much. All right, so Ryan says, just staring at the beginning, playing back 2x. Hope to see you in the future. All right, Ryan. Well, hope you can catch up. I don't know how much longer I'll be up. No, we can go on. You know what? I'm feeling good. Conversation's been fantastic so far. There's a good crowd here. So let's see if we can go all the way until Steve and BB Omega go live. All right, Gavin Magic saying 4,000, or sorry, 500,000 times 4,000. Okay, so 2 billion DEC gone. Yep, we covered that earlier. So I hope we can talk more about the new things coming with Rebellion, new abilities, mechanics, and the like. Yes. I mean, okay, so I'm super excited for some of these abilities. Armored Strike is interesting. I don't know how that's going to change things around. Corrosive Ward is cool. But the Flank and the Lookout ability, I really like support cards, and I think Flank is going to be really fun. Now, I don't know if any of these abilities are going to be on a summoner necessarily. It sounds like they're probably going to be monsters, right? Or units. So the Flank ability, it all depends on how good that lead tank can be. But I've had so much fun with Possibilis that it'd be cool to like throw a tank in there, especially if it's like a neutral tank. That way you can play it across the board with any other tank that's not, that doesn't have the reach position, and have a lot of fun with it, right? Demon Shark, Grund. Like Grund would be really fun from the reach position, for example, right? Like, so I don't know. It's that's going to change quite a bit. Lookout I like because I feel like the sneak meta is so strong that this could add a lot of value there. But yeah, I'm excited for the abilities overall. Let me know what you're excited about, Racerheads. Question: new gameplay mechanics seem complex, yet it seems the team is confident in doing a pre-sale and launching the new gameplay in December. Is land really that difficult to code? Oh, see, See, and I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit more like the salt that I'm hearing, right? And I think there's this. If I had to guess, this dish from Tails just has a little salt in it too. Um, part of what I'm hearing is like, especially with how complicated the new game mechanics are going to be. The team says December 5th, but they also said, June for land. Are they actually going to deliver Rebellion this year? I don't know, guys. Like, I mean, like, I don't know what you want me to say. They posted a date. They seem confident about it. I would say that if Matt at this point in time is posting dates, he must feel very confident about their ability to get it. So, I just got to take their word for it. Here's the thing. If we get to like end of November, early December, and the team has to come and do like a town hall of shame where it's just like, yeah, Rebellion's not ready yet. We're going to have to push it to next year. I think at that point, right, for all the people who are taking this whole change within Splinterland's leadership and trying to give it like 30, 60, 90 days, I think you'd be able to look at that and then say like, all right, same old, right? So that would not be a good look. And once again, like I said, I have a lot of confidence that Matt is probably not going to put out dates that he doesn't feel comfortable hitting. To answer the last part of your question, is land really that difficult to code? I'm not a coder, but I think so. It seems incredibly complex when you think about it compared to the rest of the game. So again, I feel like I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but we've been doing that for 4 months. So if you stop giving the benefit of the doubt for land, I don't blame you. All right, so I buy SPS because I do the opposite of the masses. I mean, what's an interesting buy right now? And this is not financial information, financial whatever. I'm tired of giving that thing. Guys, nothing. This is a gaming channel. All right. GLX. I don't know why, but I feel so bullish on GLX in the future, kind of. It seems like everybody's just going to be selling off, especially for the next like 60 days. Everybody's going to be selling off all of the extra GLX they're getting staked. And that could make for a very interesting, I don't know if the game gets launched again, another if, right? But we'll see. So, I mean, full set card details. Oh, that's what you meant. It sounds like they want to get it out on the Mav server probably by end of November. This Tails, they've been working on Rebellion for at least double the amount of time. Well, they've been working on land since last year, if you count the whole thing. Is it fine? What is being hidden? Transparency is important to trust the project. We had a delta of 27% of SPS incorrect. Oh, that was another big issue. That was another. So there you go. Tails, I'll agree with you on this. I don't like the fact that, once again, data integrity was not a priority. Virus land started September 2022. Oh, yeah. All right. I was thinking this. Okay, cool. So Drew's Bloods, that is what I've seen virus. So when land, see, Drew's Bloods thinks that Rebellion is just a distraction too. All right, so Matt briefly mentioned a voucher use on land. Wonder what that will be. What did he say? I don't remember hearing that. Was there an actual voucher use on land, or was it just like, that would be a cool idea? I'm conflicted. I was prepping for land. You're not the only one. Druids burns all CL. All right, so the Chuny, does the changes via Rebellion make that set look like parallel? Like the game parallel? Okay, this changes via Rebellion. No, I think you're asking this in regards to Darkest Night. Again, I'll just have him speak to it. Like, he's aware of the game mechanics, but I don't know that he's was super excited about it. BTC down 1% today. SPS down 4%. So Darkest Night is up 3% so far. Well played. All right. Bull market equals doesn't care about development. Bear market, everyone complains and wants development. All right. So Drew's says student solicitor told him to sell all at the peak and come back a year later. Yeah. Well, I think it was his lawyer who told him to sell it. So BTC is up 41% over 12 months. SPS is down 81%. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how you slice it. I mean, this is why, once again, I'm a Bitcoin max. Yes, Ryan, you made it. I'm glad. All right, so if when Yaba gets a capital injection, does that change your feelings about the future to where you would put more money on the game? Um, I think I've been relatively clear about this, Chuny. I feel overexposed to Splinterlands in many ways. Like, let me be honest with you guys, because like I was having this conversation with Darkest Night today, and I know this is gonna upset some people, so sorry, but I guess not really. But it's like, I was having this conversation with him today, and I am excited about where Web3 gaming is going. I think I've been, relatively consistent about saying that I feel very overexposed to Splinterlands. So I haven't been putting extra capital in. And in fact, if there was something worthwhile out there, I would probably consider divesting out of some SPS in order to buy into something else, namely the Prime token, because I do like the game Parallel. It's been fun. And I'm not even worried about it from like this thing is going to go to the moon type of whatever. Like, I know people that are playing it, right? I have fun with Darkest Night and Tales. I've enjoyed the game so far, and part of it, just from like a diversification strategy, is it seems like the smart thing to do. So it's either I start taking outside capital and putting it into other games, or I divest out of Splinterlands. I'd really like to avoid divesting out of Splinterlands. So that's not necessarily my game plan for right now, but I have enough in Splinterlands. I don't feel like I need to put more, if that makes sense. And Yaba getting a capital injection, I'm actually, let me say this to be bullish about Splinterlands. I'm not even worried about the runway with Splinterlands. I think they're going to be fine, honestly, with or without the capital injection. I think that there's enough support here in the community. I think that we'll sell probably more than 1.5 million packs, that I think their runway is just going to be fine. And if they can deliver on all the other things that they're trying to deliver, I see very bright things in the future for Splinterlands. But from a risk tolerance perspective, I cannot keep throwing money in here. In fact, I haven't been throwing money in here. I'm playing. I show up every day, do a couple of battles. I'm making content. I'm doing whatever I can for the game economy and the ecosystem and the community. And I don't want to feel like I'm being shamed by the community for doing less. Right? So at the end of the day, it's like, I'm very excited about the project, but I feel more than entitled to being allowed to be excited about other projects too. Quora Flank. Oh yes. Virus is already thinking about the meta, guys. Quora Flanked is going to be an issue. Coastal Sentry and Double Strike monsters with flank ability. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be outrageous. I mean, we haven't even talked about the fact that new summoner tactics are cool, but we kind of just, because the new summoner tactics are so cool, we kind of just glazed over the fact that there's going to be dual element summoners. I mean, I don't know what the combos are going to be, but that's going to make things so crazy. I just imagine being able to pair monsters that you never thought of before. I mean, Virus's head is probably going to explode because he won't be able to sleep tonight thinking about all the different combinations. But Virus will be watching all of your battles once it starts. We have all had a similar journey. Yeah, we love the game and the opportunity. Again, like, I mean, I'm just trying to be real with you guys here, right? Like, look at what I'm doing. I'm hanging out outside of my normal streaming time to talk about this game because I'm super excited about it. So, this music is putting me to sleep. All right, you want something a little bit more upbeat? We got how much time until? Oh, we still got like 30 minutes. Can anybody confirm, is Steve and BB Omega gonna hop on live? Because I'm curious to get their thoughts too. All right, I put something called Dance Pop. All right, so this should have a little kick drum to drive you. Icy Flow. They need revenue. Land brings in nothing. It's only natural. They want to push Rebellion first. Yep. Can you please change the song? All right. Yes, I did. All right. So Lookout is going to make some fun strats, similar to figuring out martyr placement. Yeah, agreed. Tail says, I believe they can deliver Rebellion in December. I still question why we have no date for land. I would suggest going to the land channel, our land expansion channel on Discord, and seeing how many bugs are being reported regularly. Not land. Voucher used for Rebellion. Staking packs. Much respect. You keep the song going. Well, thanks, Druid's Blood. Really appreciate you. So wagon purchases for missions will be sold for vouchers. Oh yeah, so this is not land, but vouchers for rebellion. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be. My guess is, my guess is it's going to be something really low. It's just going to disincentivize people from putting a bunch of level 1 cards. I have no idea, but I would be shocked. I would be shocked if it was like 100 vouchers, because that's like $2, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, even 50 vouchers is probably going to be too much. So I don't think it's going to be that high. So I don't know. Prime token fully diluted is 288 million. You know, I really don't want to talk about Prime right now, but since you brought it up, Prime is at right now, current market cap is at about 89 million, and we can even round up and just say 100 million. Here's the thing. The game has a very strong marketing team. It's already listed on Coinbase. So again, this is not financial advice. I mean, we saw Axie and Gala and all these other, gaming ecosystems that were valued in the billions in the last bull run. I wouldn't be surprised, because there's no emotional baggage for the Prime token. I wouldn't be surprised if it went up to those same values during the next run. If that's next year, 2025, 2029, whenever it ends up happening, I wouldn't be surprised. Meaning that if you just put it at 100 million right now in terms of its market cap, I think it's likely, again, not financial advice, that it could easily do like a 10 to 20x to get up to 2 billion. And I mean, that's not 2 billion is not even where Axie was. Axie was like something stupidly high, I think. But a 2 billion market cap, I don't think is outrageous. But here's the thing. Is a 2 billion market cap outrageous for Splinterlands, considering that there's like there'll be probably 1.5 billion tokens out by next year? I don't know. Again, I have a lot of SPS, so like I'm not cheering for one against the other. I just want to make sure that I have a little exposure to things that I'm interested in. Are you doing a new song for Rebellion? I didn't do one. Let me answer this correctly. I didn't do one the way that I did one for Chaos and Rift Watchers. It was more like a team effort. They had someone who essentially put together like an orchestral arrangement for the song, and then I added lyrics or vocals to it. So for people who are wondering how long Rebellion's been worked on, I think I worked on that in like April, because the team just wanted to be ready. It was like March or April that I completed that. And I think they were just ready in case things shot up after Chaos Legion sold out. And remember July was originally going to be the date for Rebellion, or at least that was the earliest possible date for Rebellion. But obviously summer did not play out the way anybody was hoping it would. All right, so Corrosive Ward plus Cripple. Oh man, can you imagine if Corrosive Ward was on a summoner? 1 SPS to 1 USD. I don't know. What I thought was really interesting, if I can share my notes with you guys, because I obviously haven't organized any of this yet, and I'll still make my 5 biggest takeaways. There was something there that investigator said, where what are we going to do with all this DEC in the DAO? And he's just like, oh, we can cycle it back out as game rewards after the SPS distribution is done. I thought that was fascinating, because we're all trying to figure out what are we going to do with DEC in there. And I'll be honest, I mean, I kind of like the idea, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It makes me like, actually makes me think that we never should have been giving out the governance token as a reward. But here's the thing. If you end up giving out DEC in the same quantities, and they have to be the same like USD quantities as SPS in the future, I mean, the DEC dilution rate in terms of what's actually circulating out there is going to be ginormously high. And you're going to have to find major sinks to get it back into the DAO or to get it burned. Because at that point, the flywheel stalls, right? It's just like, it's like people are buying packs and it's being sent to the DAO, and then the DAO is just paying it right back out. So Tail says, if I can't trust a project to deliver on land, why would I entrust them with money for the next set of cards? Your mileage may vary. Do your own research. I hope lots of people buy Rebellion, give the team money to keep going. It sounds like, well, Tails, I know you're not planning on buying any packs. But yeah, it sounds like, look, you're not the only, you're obviously not the only person that feels that way, right? I think a lot of people have spoken with their feet and with their wallets. So they've left the game, sold off their assets. But everybody who's here now is hyped. So I want to give them that. So Water Summoner, where you can choose to put Shield on Bakjira. Oh, yeah. Shield on Bakjira. Oh, my goodness. And then give that dude weapons training, and it's game over. All right, Bolts. What's up? Good to see you here. You had to go eat? It's all good. We're just hanging out, man. We're just getting hyped. I'm planning on streaming tomorrow, but it'll probably be a little bit later than my usual time. But I'll try to make sure that I hop in for the usuals. So Unknown 34, it seems that this Rebellion set is another way to milk more money from the community. That's why they are hyping this set so much. Another false hope from them. See, I was wondering when we get like real straightforward salt. Thank you for that, Unknown 34. Oh, my phone's gonna die. So yeah, you know, all the times, here's the thing, all the times like the team gets accused of being greedy and milking the community of all of its money. Usually it comes across as very, very uneducated, because they're referring to the like market fees, or they're referring to stuff that's going to go to the DAO, right? Or Rift Watcher packs or things like that. So I was just like, roll my eyes. But Unknown 34, you are 100% spot on. The team is trying to make a ton of money off of you. So that one I will give you that. Oh, guys, moving into my time of stream. No, Steve, when are you going live? Because I'm gonna have everybody go over to you. Gank and Walking Keys aren't streaming tonight, and so I figured, well, Darkest Night and I were supposed to jump in and just chat about it, and then it got a little too late for them. So Steve, let me know when you're about to go live, or when you do go live, and everybody can make the hop over there. Since unfortunately we don't have the raid ability here on YouTube, or do we? No, I don't think so. Or if we do, then I have no idea. I've never used it before. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. All right. Anything else you guys want to cover? Eight and just book Tails. Yeah, all right. So you're gonna go live in like what, 25-ish minutes? All right. Shoot me a message, or I will I'll keep an eye out for your stream too. And we'll have everybody hop over there so that I can go to bed. Any thoughts on the promo cards? Ooh, yeah, let's go to that. All right, so I will say this. Disappointed that we don't get Dr. Blight 2.0. I mean, this card is 11 mana. I just can't imagine using it as much as something like Dr. Blight. Not only is it high mana, but it's susceptible to Giant Killer. It does have a very interesting ability set. I don't like the 2 speed. I don't know why. Two just annoys me, because it's like, it's not good for reverse speed either. And it's like, then you have to buff it up so much just to get it decent. Like 3 speed and above, I can find 2 swiftnesses, or I can give it Yasik and get it up to 5. But 2 speed just sucks. It's like this middle ground that nobody likes. Now I do like the fact that you get this, and we'll have to figure out at what levels, you get certain things. But maxed, I like the shield. I mean, this makes it great for a any kind of melee only set, for example. Plus you get the armor repair plus blast. Yeah, plus blast. True strike, again, he's slow, so I guess it's fine. But this one's going to be interesting because this is technically 7 damage per turn for Mantaroth, right? 3 damage from the melee attack, and then another 4 damage from the armor, of which he can continue to repair it every turn. And at the highest levels, you're doing that 7 damage blast. But it's not a perfect 7, right? It's like 3, and then you do 2 blast damage. That's 5. And then you do 4 for another. Yeah, so it's kind of there. But it's like a double strike. So he's cool. I actually think the Grim Bardoon Smith is going to be an awesome card. I mean, 10 mana. Sorry, 6 mana. You're gonna need. It's rare, so you're gonna need way more of it. It's 10 packs per BCX, but I love the immunity on it because you think back, it's a combination of 2 different cards that people have posted, right? There's the like the Onyx Sentinel, or actually like 3 different cards. It's like Onyx Sentinel, the Lord Arianthus, but you can also think about it in the context of what's his name, the most recent promo card from for the promo card from Untamed, Chain Golem, right? Has the same kind of void and shield, but I just really like. Yeah, I just really like the armor. Like, imagine this guy in a poison rule set with Grandmaster Wraith. Right? Like, I mean, he can repair his own thing. He doesn't take any poison damage. He's got reduced damage from every other attack type. Like, I mean, this card is going to be sick. it's 6 mana, right? So, and look at the health on this thing. It's 10 health. I actually like the rare card way more than Mantaroth. Really, really like it for that. All right, so I guess I'm behind on chat. Sorry, guys. Bitcoin Sig. I mean, people can always sell their Untamed and dice to buy Rebellion. I think that's probably what's happening right now. I wouldn't be surprised if people are selling their extra Chaos Legion for Rebellion. Pumped. They're doing a rare promo card too. Yeah, I think that was a nice touch. I feel like they learned from the Archimist the Bear promo to give something for the little guy. Because I'll be honest, right? Like, I was planning on buying 5 packs just to be part of it. But I'll probably buy 10 packs now, so I can get a little Grim Bardoon. But I was just messing around. No, Steve, I'm not trying to jump in on your time. Just trying to keep the seat warm for you is all. All right, so Rebellion. Oh, and then imagine him with any kind of. So he's neutral. Imagine him with any kind of weapons training. I mean, there's the Soulbound reward card, the Fire legendary. That can go into the reach position. Oh my god, that's gonna be phenomenal. That there's any kind of like magic or ranged Zerial, like yeah, this card is gonna be outrageous. So Rebellion is revolutionizing the way we play. I actually think this. Okay, I think this card is gonna take up. Sorry, I keep going back to it. I think it's gonna be more popular than Bakjira. Same mana cost, but Bakjira always gets screwed over with the Affliction, especially from Dr. Blight. Now there's no more Affliction because it has immunity. Not only that, but it's got more than Void. It has shield. It can repair its own armor. Like, I'll play this thing all day over Bakjira, and I love Bakjira. But it takes reduced damage, and it can't be afflicted. It's gonna be crazy. I love it. So pumped to do a rare promo. All right, hold on, where are we at? Rebellion is revolutionizing the way we play. It's exciting. We got the wow factor. Now, come on, Tails. You got a nice big smile now. We'll see. So he hits for 7 a turn without the protects. Yeah. So I like the gameplay changes for sure, says Tails. It has True Strike with Blast. Is Xbot profitable? I don't know. Never owned an Xbot. Nothing against them. Just I guess I went Team Archmage early on and then never switched. In fact, I don't even check on it anymore. So hopefully they're not screwing me over. People's Guild. The armor attack ability 1-to-1 damage. I thought so. Isn't that what it is? Let's read the post. Gains an additional melee attack using its armor stat. Yeah, look at that. Gains an additional melee attack using its armor stat. So it turns into a melee of 4. One shot equals 1 damage put. Going to try to prioritize armor in this set. Looks looking good. Yep. So Grim Bardoon is the new Alamo. Neutral immunity. Yeah, definitely takes that up to another level too. Could have been a bit better on the artwork, but hey, I'll take it. I would have loved to have the name worked in the background somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it's that's going to be a fantastic card. I don't like the new card artwork either. It's too busy. Let's take a look. You know, I don't know what it is. I've never been like visually, artistically inclined, right? I suck at drawing or painting or whatever. And part of what sucks with that is like I've never had a true appreciation. But in a way, it's like I don't like things and I don't hate things. So it's like I look at this and I'm just like, oh, it doesn't look bad. It just looks acceptable, right? In fact, I mean, I think it looks cool. But I can understand people who are kind of on the other side of that spectrum. Like for me, like it's music, right? So but art is like audible for me. But I have a much deeper appreciation for some kind of audio based art versus visual. But yeah, I mean, I got nothing against it. I think it looks cool. I think it looks fine. Tails says, so what do you think of the character art for Rebellion? Revolutionary, a step forward, more of the same, a step backwards. Again, I'm not the right person to ask. I'd probably just say more of the same. I like the fact that the cards look more open now. But in terms of like the artwork, again, I'm not trying to hate on the art team. I'm just saying that it's not my forte to really evaluate something like that. Does it look better than Alpha? Yeah. Kelly and Wraith gonna love Rebellion, indeed. So Smith is also a killer snipe target. Yes, Fat Jimmy, indeed. I can't wait. A layaway option on Splinterlands. Giant killer with piercing, range attack will do it. Yeah. Yep. All right, so there'll be very little rental liquidity for a long time. Card staking for airdrops does not count rental cards. Okay, so let me ask you guys this. How many people here are planning on buying way more packs than they need and then like dumping them on the marketplace? I can't see that happening in the same way because there's no benefit to doing it. At least not until after the airdrops or the conflicts are done. So I actually just think one of the things that excites me the most about Rebellion, and again, I'm excited about the gameplay, but I'm also excited about the impact on the economy. I genuinely think that the the pack value of cards in Rebellion is going to be absurdly high because liquidity is going to be super low. And so people are going to go and take chances, right? It's just like, yeah, I got another 4,000 DEC. Let me go and grab something, right? Or ideally, what would be great, and this is where I think the flywheel effect can start to really do some damage and impact, is if people stop selling their SPS or they start burning their SPS because we've run out of DEC, it's just like, ooh, SPS is up to, I don't know, 3 cents, 4 cents, right? Now I only have to spend half the SPS. Or sorry, I only have to burn half the SPS. Yeah, let me grab another pack here and there. And I actually think that there's enough gamblers and gambling addicts out there that love opening packs that you'll actually be rewarded for it in Rebellion because of the fact that card liquidity is going to be so low. And people, as Darkest Night says, like, they need to put chaser cards. Obviously, these promo cards aren't going to be chase cards in there. So you're going to have to get chase cards, things that you go after, like a Korra Lurker, like a Kitty, like a Yoden, Llama, whatever it is. So I actually think that if there's decent cards in there, you don't necessarily need a chase card because it's like, if you open up, here's what gets me most excited about the conflicts, right? It's going to be based on collection power of your packs, right? Of which you get the benefit of holding the packs, but if you want to dump it on the secondary market, you can. But when you open cards, to me, the ones with the highest collection power are legendaries and gold foils. And I genuinely think that legendary and gold foil cards are going to be cleaned off the market. Just absolutely clean because they're going to give you the most ratio in terms of like your overall conflict or your airdrop power for the conflicts. Now, I could be wrong, right? Because people don't want to necessarily have more than what they need. But it's like, if you're going to be holding cards for the long term and you want to make sure you get the most out of the conflicts, why wouldn't you be going after all the gold foils and the legendaries? It makes the most of your spaces, right, on the battle wagon, which then leads into the simple fact of, like, if legendary cards are super highly valued, that's going to raise the expected value of these packs, which, once again, it's just like, hey, packs are selling for $4, expected value is at 5. Somebody out there's going to play the numbers. Somebody out there's going to buy 100 packs and play the averages, and that's going to happen more often than not. And then the market will, like, stabilize. Somebody's going to find a home for that legendary or the gold foil legendary, but it could be interesting, right? So again, I'm not saying that we sell a lot of packs, but I can see the incentive being there for all the gamblers, right? And all the people who love buying and opening packs. I can see the incentive being there almost throughout the entire run for Rebellion, as long as people don't start dumping right before the last or the second to last conflict. Okay, where are we at? It seems like they didn't do what they pitched at Splinterfest with no borders, more icons, edges. I don't even remember what those look like. But yeah, benefits still exist for airdrop arbitraging, average pack cost. What is gone now is pack cycling for airdrop. Speculators can still speculate, which technically is good for getting DEC to peg. True. Well, okay, so the other thing here too is, if you see pack values going down too much, somebody's going to play the numbers on that and say, yeah, I'm going to buy a pack on the secondary market and just throw it onto my my battle wagon. So at least 500 Rebellion packs. I will open all of them. All right, well, there you go. The problem with pack mechanics is that it doesn't make sense to open earlier when none of the airdrop legendary cards are there. Well, the incentive that you'll have is the same as always, Bitcoin Sig. The incentive is the fact that, especially because modern format is in play now, if you decide to buy packs and open packs, you have a competitive advantage because you have access to newer cards that people who just hold on to Chaos Legion, like myself, I'm planning to, will have, right? So there is a value. It's just not in the airdrops. It's going to be in your gameplay and your entertainment if you value that. All right, so there could be a bunch of single BCX cards for rent, since you want the cards in your wagon to be combined, but not many combined on the rental market. True. Yep. Would be cool if we had AI cards. I mean, isn't that Battle Helper? Or bots? Are the new airdrop stuff is crazy because you have to hold packs to stake or also stake cards? Indeed. That's right. If DEC gets to peg, I mean, think about it this way. It solves even the delegation problem, right? People have had all these issues like, oh, somebody plays one account and then they delegate to a bunch of different accounts. You can't rent the cards out. You can't sell them, right? You can't delegate them. You can only play with them. If DEC gets to peg and SPS starts getting burned, then SPS price should rise, making Rebellion packs more. Yes. So this is where the flywheel effect, turns into not the death spiral, but the life spiral. I actually think that there's a good chance, again, just being an optimist here, this combined with land, again, maybe not for the pre-sale, but once it goes live, like let's get a little bullish here. Let's say the community ends up being very supportive of the game, and 500,000 packs sell out like that, or maybe not like that, but they sell out for the pre-sale over the course of its time. I would actually be interested. Oh, looks like we got a new sponsor, guys. It's been a while since we've had a sponsor. My goodness. Well, welcome and goodbye. Shoot, that sponsor took me out of my thought process here. Oh, the life spiral, right? So we could get into a situation with land and Rebellion, where again, I don't think it's going to be the pre-sale, but following the pre-sale, especially if it's successful, where people go in and they just start buying a ton of packs. 500,000 packs is 2 billion DEC. If we do 1 million packs between that and the general sale, I mean that's 4 billion DEC. DEC's gone. Oh yeah, and then there's hopefully land before the end of the year. So if SPS starts to rise, people start to burn more SPS, or sorry, less SPS technically. They start to burn more of a smaller amount of SPS in order to go and buy packs and essentially lock in their gains of SPS, right? They're not selling the SPS at that price, but they're burning it because it's giving them more value to go in. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, and I think Tails has talked about this as well. Like we're going to go through cycles of like excess DEC and then using up all the DEC, excess DEC and using up all the DEC. I don't know if Rebellion's going to be enough to like push us to that limit where we get like a huge excess amount of DEC, because let's say SPS jumps to like 10 cents, 15, 20 cents. I think you'll see a lot of people that'll just burn as much SPS as they can in order to lock in those gains and then buy a ton of packs. Then we have a lot of packs and we have a lot of DEC, of which only half is being stored in the DAO. The other half is actually getting sold by the team back onto the market and in circulation. So, you know, then we have to go through that whole period of like, oh, we got to find a way to burn all this DEC. Here's another great burning event. Yeah. But you can't sell them or rent them. Got to play with your bags. True. Rogue is smiling and playing with his bags right now. That sounds inappropriate, but hilarious. All right, which is preventing him from smashing that like button. Even the sponsors are coming back. Guys, they know it. They know. Tails. Wait, I thought I banned it. There we go. All right. Let's see. Bullish signal. All right, so Rogue, is that you? All right, so Tails definitely back in a bull market if the sponsors have returned. I do what I can, be Jangles. All right, so Chuni saying, without land, it's hard to decide to sell all CL assets or older to then buy Rebellion. Is a return from putting cards on land better than playing a Rebellion deck in Modern? You know, Chuni, I can't answer that question for you. I can only tell you that at this point in time, and granted, you have to take all this with a grain of salt because the team has not, unfortunately, this year been historically have a good track record of delivering on their dates. But Rebellion is the only thing that has a date right now, both for the pre-sale as well as for the final launch of what it'll be. I mean, land has been something that's been a moving target the entire year, and even still today, I mean, what did Matt say? Land will come out when it's ready, which is truly the right answer. It's just the answer that nobody wants to hear, and it's the answer we should have been getting, or we have been getting, for really the last couple of years. Did you say burn? All right, reflect your burning card event, all epics. AI cards, meaning each card that could interact with player during the gameplay. That'd be interesting. I think animated cards would still be cool too. All right, Steve, I feel like I'm losing my voice now. Are you guys going live soon? Sorry to rush you, but I'm tired of talking to all these like FOMO folks over here. No, I'm just as hyped, guys. I think that Rebellion is going to be something really good for the game and for the ecosystem. I personally am super excited to, continue doing and maybe even do more tournaments, especially live tournaments once the new game mechanics are in the mix, because I mean, come on, that's going to be so much more fun. It's going to be way more difficult to bot. People aren't going to be able to do that right at the beginning. And I really hope that the team can pivot and focus on doing more with tournaments. I know that they don't have the bandwidth for it now, but it's like, man, it can just, if they put up the prizes and just made it like this event, like, I don't know, it could be really cool. I might even go buy or rent some Rebellion cards in order to participate. Why not? Stock Jockey, what's going on? When land? Soon. Soon. All right, where are we at with... Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. All right, I think the stream is still live. Whoops. I almost closed the page. All right. Any last thoughts before we probably start to wrap it up for the night? All right, we talked about the dual element, ability choice, target options. I mean, summoner tactics, again, this game mechanic is something that I'm very excited for. It's going to add so much, in my opinion, to the overall meta. Because now you literally have no idea what your opponent is going to do, right? Like, you could play the perfect lineup, and then they can like see your lineup, and if you don't have a card that can, take advantage of that, it's just like, oh shoot, well, there we go. Now, I'm curious to know, did I hype up the game mechanics too much? I mean, I really tried not to, but I'm more so just curious if you heard game mechanics from me or you heard game mechanics from Matt, and when you saw them, you were either like, holy shit, this is crazy, or like it's just land, or it's just items and spells. I'm curious to see where people's opinions are on that. It's gonna be fun again. I will see you fellas on the silver leaderboard. Man, I was doing so well in gold, and then I lost like way too many games. So that is my life. Maybe I'll drop down to silver to see you there. So we're gonna bulk buy together and get a summoner design. I'm open to organizing one if people want to. I mean, there's already Archimus the Bear, but if I was gonna design a summoner, I would probably call it Papa Bear, or maybe Bull Daddy. Bull Daddy with just big old bull. Yeah. Thanks for keeping the content coming. For me, you're one of the few true barometers for this game. Oh, I appreciate that, Shuni. Thanks for tuning in. I'm having fun with this, just like everybody else, and I genuinely think, I cannot say where the values of anything is going to go over the next couple of months, but as a player of the game, I'm really excited for Splinterlands over the next 3 months. We'll call it. That's assuming that they can deliver everything on time from here on forward, right? Which would be Rebellion and Land, and hopefully, there was one question asked about it, Soul Keep. If they can get Soul Keep out, that would be awesome. Kolsker, what's up? Just finished the town hall late, and then realized. Yep. Well, thanks for coming by. An ice mage named Icy Flow. That'd be pretty cool. It would be water and what? Because you can pick 2 elements. If you were gonna design a summoner, dual element summoner, which 2 elements would you put together? Because I haven't even started to think through all the different crazy combinations. Honestly, one of my favorite support cards is Murdali Guardian, because you get the tank heal plus armor repair. And so I just feel like water with anything is going to be like, oh, sweet, I can use Murdali Guardian with this tank or with this card or with this thing. That's one of my favorite support cards out there. I'm trying to think if there's another one. But yeah. Water and life. That seems to make the most sense. They go well together. Oh, Voa Zeno, what's going on? I'm really curious how many CL packs Darkest Night bought from the last pre-sale. I think he said he bought 300 packs, but he's not planning on buying any this time around, unless you guys convince him. The EC up 3% so far. Life and Death. Frost Fire Mage. Ooh, water and fire would be an interesting combination. Yeah, see, so exactly. I'm thinking of Murdali Guardian with someone like Grum Flameblade. Be sick. Life and Earth for Jared Scar Quora combo. That'd be pretty cool. Sadly, SPS down almost 4%. Yeah, I think Darkest Knight's going to be really happy that he sold today. Again, where are people getting their DEC from? I think they're going to be selling all the SPS that they're earning. So I wouldn't be surprised to see SPS continue to fall. Let's see. We haven't gone quite below 1.3 cents, but I honestly think it's only a matter of time. But now you have the details, so we'll see. Martyred by Iziar. Oh, that'd be fantastic. Vouchers up 20%. I mean, I think they're up way more than that. They're up 30% at the very least. If you bought them at 2.3 cents, you're making a clean 30% gain right now, Bolts. I hope SPS keeps dropping. I want 0.001. Well, you know what? Icy Flow, I didn't believe you when you called the 0.003 GLX, of which we're now even lower than that. But kudos. You called it. So maybe we will see that 0.0001 for SPS. Oh, there you go. CoinGecko showing SPS. Yeah. I think whatever this site is a little too generous. All right, hold on. It's past 9. Did Steve and BB Omega go live? Let me check his channel. Oh, they're live. All right, guys. I don't want to compete with them. I just wanted to keep the seat warm. So go over to their channel, and I'll be in the chat with you guys over there. But hopefully everybody feels pretty good about this. Like I said, I'll try to do my 5 biggest takeaways, not tonight because I'm too tired. So I will do it in the morning. And yeah, lots to cover. I'm going to try and do a little bit more digging around the post for details. But I'm excited, guys. I think you should be too. This stuff is going to be happening within a week, so we don't even need to really speculate that long in terms of what kind of impact it's going to have. The pre-sale goes live in like 9 days. So yes, I'll try to be live tomorrow. Again, not at my usual time, maybe a little bit later, as long as I can make it happen. But have a good rest of your night. Say hi to Steve and BB Omega for me. Let them know that I wanted to raid them, but I couldn't, but that you guys are all coming from here, so I get some cool extra credit from them. No, they're awesome. You guys should go spend time with them. All right, peace.